Hi guys, we're back again with our unboxings of rare Kyosho Mini Z. I was going to say crazy, but okay, that's just me. But some of our rare Kyosho Mini Zs, guys. And yep, we've got a good few to come, and they're pretty interesting. So, let me see. Oh, there's a box here. Let's get them out of here. Right, okay. Interesting. Right. I hadn't bought an actual Mini Z. I've been buying shells, but I've actually bought a Mini Z car for a while. This is a drifting car. So I bought it, basically, it came without a transmitter, guys, but it's got aluminium wheels. It's got the Roadster body shell. I've got loads of them, but this one's got the Hero Aero parts on it. So it looks a bit different. And it was painted in a handmade colour, which is a little bit like the duck blue kind of colour. Not an amazing colour, but the body kit is what kind of sold it. I was like, I haven't got one with that body kits on it. So it'd look alright, a little bit of street vid. So that came with this shell. We'll have a look at this shell. This is nothing to write home about, nothing amazing. I don't even know what it is actually. Oh, it's metallic. Oh, S2000. Whoa. You know, I couldn't tell in the picture what it was. Whoa, that's alright. I'm actually quite happy with him when he appeared. I mean, I bartered with him, yeah. They know what I'm like, guys. I'm not paying full prices, yeah. So they kind of like expect that from me. And this was again Mew_tech_Japan, Japanese seller on eBay. And yeah, I'm happy with that because I was looking. He only had the picture of this from the front, and I couldn't really tell. It was next to this other car. The focus was on the other car. I couldn't really tell what that was, and I was like, "Oh, right, okay. Don't know what that is." Yeah, I am so happy with that. I am so happy with that, guys. Yep, let's get a decal out. Right, so this made it worthwhile because I wouldn't pay this much normally for a car. I mean, I've haggled with them, got the price down, all that business, yeah. But I was still thinking, I would have liked to pay a bit less. But see, that's the S2000. Well, they're kind of rare nowadays. So, yep. Okay, what do you think of this then, guys? Have a look. As I say, this has got, it's obviously a Mazda Roadster. It's got the after parts, so you've got this lower sill here. You've got a lower part, like a splitter at the bottom of the car there in the front. And again, same thing, it's all colour coded. And the back has got obviously like a rear spoiler that's been a bit elongated. And these after parts on the bottom as well. Colour's a little bit different. I like the aluminium wheels. Could have done with a bit of a deeper dish wheel on the back, but that's not a problem. I have got the same wheel design in deep dish. I can just swap that out, put this in its place. I don't know, what do you think, guys? You know, I thought, you know what, I've done almost everything with Mini Zs, yeah, I might as well have a try at this and just have one that's got the aero parts on. I've never actually bothered with the aero part stuff. So yeah, I thought it was just a little bit interesting. Okay, righty, let's watch them on the display stand, guys, and we'll move on to the next. I think actually that chassis will fit under that S2000. I think that's what I'm thinking, so we'll see. Alright guys, let's move on. Some more crazy stuff to come. Okay guys, and here we've got the Mazda Roadster with this unique paint job, and the only car that I've got which is sporting the optional Aero Hero parts, which are like aftermarket parts that this company makes for some of the Mini Zs, and they look crazy, man. It's like a body kit, you know, like what you can get with some, you know, I remember they used to do one for the Civic, the Mugen kit. And obviously most cars have all got the body kits now as well. A lot of them doing in carbon fibre as well. But yeah, so this was the only car that I've got like that. I mean, it's low. Look at the front end. You know, that's gonna catch on my track. Really low. That's a very unique paint colour as well. The person mixed it up themselves. So yeah, so that's the Mazda Roadster. It's got aluminium wheels. Them hexes don't really go with it. You can change them out easily enough. And it's a drift car, guys, basically. So it worked out to be okay. And I thought, you know what? I'm trying to get stuff that I don't really have, and that was kind of unique in the sense that I don't really have a car that has that kind of body kit fitted to it. So the Roadster is basically based off the MX-5, and it was called the Mazda Experiment. That's the MX, and 5 because it's project number 5. So all these little codes, they do mean something. So I think they were trying to make, the ultimate car, inexpensive sports car. Yeah, and I'll tell you something though, guys. Even now, I see guys drifting with these cars. Honestly, on roads, I've seen the guy that lives near me, right, and I see that guy drifting around bends and stuff like that with that car. He's obviously done a little bit of work to it, but I've heard it's supposed to be a very good car. My brother actually went and got one, not obviously this version, but yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful little drifters, man. The first time, I was just going to work and I seen this guy actually drift around the corner and then fighting to, and I'm like, what on earth is this guy doing? I didn't realise he does it all the time. So, yep. It's supposed to be a car that you can easily start to mod, and it drifts beautifully. BMWs are quite good for that as well, the old versions. So yeah, it's quite a, what they aimed for basically was to make a small roadster which was lightweight, with minimal mechanical complexities. So basically what happened was that this was a project that started off obviously in Japan, and then I think they teamed up with a company that are based in California, I think, and this team in California proposed a front engine rear wheel drive layout and codenamed it Duo 101 in line with the British Roadster ancestry. So yeah. But the Japs, they preferred the front engine, front wheel drive layout to the rear mid-engine, rear wheel drive layout. So yeah, so basically this duo worked together on this car, and it was basically passed, from being a concept, it was passed to being a real car. And what we have today obviously was a street version of it, but it got really good responses and positive reactions from the driving world. Okay, anyhow, let's move on to the next bit of kit. So as I say, guys, this was like an added bonus. Came with the Mazda Roadster. I didn't know it was an S2000. Beautiful. And someone saved me the hassle of painting the hood, bonnet and the back. And I'm tempted, and that's metallic blue, I can tell that's metallic blue. It's got a nice little sparkle to the actual paintwork. And I'm pretty tempted to decal that out. So I've got the Fast and Furious S2000, which was like the anime edition. Well, had the anime character on the side of it. It was in pink. Quite a famous car, really. Probably the most famous S2000 about. And then I've got it in yellow. And the yellow's become interesting, guys, because it's become super rare in Japan. And they're like 150, 160 pounds. But you can get them in Europe. It's really crazy. It's like they've dried up. And same with LaFerraris. You probably might be able to get, I don't see as much coming up, but you probably could get them. But in Japan, they're like super rare. Ferrari 458, you probably could still get them in Europe, but in Japan, super rare. It's crazy. So, yep, the yellow one, that's metallic yellow, that's become super rare, and people are asking, I've seen them going up to about £167. Craziness. But, nice little car. And from the front, they always remind me of the old shaped Civics. And they were pocket rockets, man. Power to weight ratio. They had them naturally aspirated engines, and they weren't carrying much weight because they're just two-seaters. And you don't see many of them about nowadays. But yeah, beautiful little pocket rocket. So that's basically a drifting car, guys. The drifting chassis fits under there perfectly, and yeah, it's going to be in the vids. I need to put some light kits in there, and we should be good to go. It started to rain now. Okay. I'm in the conservatory, guys, so when it rains, you're gonna hear it. Right, that's enough of that. Let's move on, guys, and stay tuned for the next vids that are coming up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys. Okay.